Hello guys and welcome to Mark Shrimp Tanks. I thought today I'd show you how I'd clean my dirty aquarium sponges because they do get sucked in really badly. Eventually, all you guys with power filters and stuff like that will all get this eventually. And I think it's good practice for you guys to go around each tank, especially when you have two sponges and a filter like this, to clean them periodically. So cleaning sponges is fairly simple, especially when you have just air filter type sponges. All you do is take it off, even with the air on, you just take it off and you clean the sponge, just rinse it in some water. Right, you turn off your little power head first, remove the sponge, right, and then you add a tiny bit of sponge back into your power head inlet. This will stop shrimp climbing into it. And then you cover your sponge that you've removed, you cover it with another one that's exactly the same. Let me show you. Let me show you, because it's so easy. Right, so this is what we have here. I have the same sponge, and this will be my dummy sponge for the day. Right? I have lots and lots of part mini filters in all my tanks, all over the place, and all of my racks all over here as well. Right? So it's worthwhile for me to have this dummy sponge. Right? This will safeguard the shrimp's life. Right, so the first thing that we must do is turn off this little power head. You see it? Plugs over here. Turn off. When you see the little bit of algae flow stopping, then you know it's off. But can you guys see at the back there the little shrimp? If I didn't fill this, the little shrimp in here, they would probably try and climb in there, right? Think of it like a lobster trap when there's bait in the sea. I wonder if I could reach up here and just plug this up, right? So we have our little bit of sponge, our dummy little bit of sponge. Let's see if we can put this into the gap. It doesn't have to be perfect because its only job is to stop little baby shrimp going in there, right? And there you go, how easy was that? And then the next step would be to grab one of your sponges, right? And I like to do this alternately. So I think I did this one last month, but the other one also needs done. You can see both of them need done. This one's being sucked right in. And it's a good idea to keep on cleaning your sponges, guys, because when sponges, when they get sucked in, they become less efficient. There's less water movement going over the bacteria that help to clean your tank, right? So it is worth your while cleaning them. For this, you'll need a bucket, which I have ready and handy just there. We need our little sponges. Let's get them over here. Let's get a little jug. And this is how I do it, guys. This is how I do all my tanks, right? So just bear in mind here that you don't want to catch shrimp. I would normally use my shrimp siphon to do this, but because I'm only using one hand, I have to do it like this, manually. And this is also a good time for you to check your TDS of your tank and see if you could do, for example, a TDS drop, because we're taking out water that will have a TDS reading, and if you add pure RO water back to this tank, it will lower it slightly, right? So let's just see how this goes, right? So we have enough water there. That's probably about 2 litres of water. We take our dummy filter here. Hopefully I'm going to be tall enough to do this without getting a chair, because I'm a tall guy. Grab your filter. You can see how many baby shrimp are in here. You see them? There. One's at the side, one on the top. Get off. Right, you just want to turn it like this. You want to do this reasonably fast. Just let us lay this little filter up here. You can see how much gunk's coming off it. And get your dummy filter, put it on, right? And this one's only job, guys, is to stop the baby. You hear the way I said that? The baby shrimp going into the filter. Look at this. You see all the shrimp on the side here, all the little ones? Right, so grab your old filter, and I can already feel this is absolutely full. It's like a brick, basically. Let me see. Get over here so we can see a little bit better. A lot of glare today. It is like a brick. So this one's been needing done for a while. We might do the other one as well because we have a couple of part mini filters in this tank, right? So dunk it like this. Get all the baby shrimp off. Make sure they're all off. And this one's a wee bit slimy too. And when you're putting it in here, guys, right, just let it flop in like this. Roll it around, because what often will happen as well is you might see some baby shrimp in here too. Is there any? I don't think so. Right, and then the next thing, of course, would be to squeeze the sponge filter. Now, I like to give these guys a good squeeze because this one in particular is really hard. Like, look, you see, it's like keeping its shape. Keeping its shape, you can kind of see it from the side. Give it a good squeeze. Right, so you want to keep your tanks, you want to keep them as clean as possible, right? I wouldn't go crazy and do it every single week because it's just not needed. Right, and your tank will be much healthier as well, right? Because all this junk is basically detritus, poop, all that kind of stuff, food that's went off, and it's built up into the filter. Right, so tanks are, in my opinion, always better when they're kept clean, rather than like full of mulch and junk. Now I know that goes against the grain when you're talking about what shrimp do, because shrimp are detrivores, they eat decaying matter. Right, but leaves, the soil that's in these tanks is more than enough for them, right? All we want to do, our filters to do, it's not a food source for them, it is to clean the water, right? Let's get this water clean. This water is like mud. I probably should have done this a long time ago, this one. Maybe I missed it the last time. I actually thought I did. The other one first. Okay, so let's go over here. Take your dummy filter. You can see how many shrimp's on it already, so this is why you have this dummy filter. Grab your dummy filter, give it a spin, get all the baby shrimp off. Let's put it up here on the top. And put the old filter back on. You can see the difference, it's like puffed out again. Right, we're going to grab the other one, just because we have more than one filter in this tank, like this. There's some Sawasser tang growing in it here. Make sure you get all the baby shrimp off first. Now the last one was good, wasn't a baby shrimp, there's probably not going to be any on here either. Put it up there, let's get a dummy filter, put on, push it down right to the back. Look at all the shrimp on this filter already. Right, and just make sure there's no babies on it, because that is like the worst thing possible. Right, we're going to use the same water there, because I'm pretty confident there's no baby shrimp on here. I'll just give it a squeeze. This one is the same, it is like thick with mud. I like to use it like this, my fist on the bottom of the bucket, just push into the sponge, force the water through it. This one isn't as bad as the last one actually, this might have been the one that we did the last time, but it's still needing done. And this is typically how dirty the water will get when you use an active substrate. Okay, so this one is not as bad as the other one. Just make sure we get most of the junk out of it. Like so. Right, and that will do. Just give it a good squeeze. Look at that, it's like chocolate milk. Put your dummy filter, your good filter up there, take your dummy filter off. I know this seems like an over elaborate way of doing something, but we are just safeguarding the baby shrimp's lives here. Right, put your filter back on. Like so, remove the dummy filter, give it also a dunk because shrimp would have climbed on it in that little time. Just put it to the side. Remove your little bit of sponge because you're no longer needing to safeguard the shrimp's lives. And wherever you unplugged your power, I have mine over here, just plug it back in. There you go. You see, that is actually quite a bit stronger the flow than it was before, right? And the only thing I would say, guys, right, is when you do this, make sure that when you're using a sponge filter that you push the sponge filter all the way down, because if any of the holes are exposed, the shrimp will go into them. And that seems fine. That's quite a nice flow there. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Leave me a comment in the bottom on how you clean your sponges. Tell me if you think this is over elaborate or not. I think it's a good way to do it. You can see how increased the flow is here as well, so this one was bad than even done. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if this has been of any use at all. Remember guys as well to hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy shrimp keeping guys.